We are talking about wrist manipulation or manipulation of the wrist, the elbow, anything on the arm. We want to remember that when we deal with the material in the art, we apply manipulation to the wrist for two purposes. One is a defensive purpose, and we have to keep in mind that the art to some degree was designed for the law enforcement community as well. Therefore, you can't just hit everybody, and sometimes it's easier to solve problem with wrist manipulation. And of course, we use it for offensive purposes when we deal with taking down hostile individuals and moving them from point A to point B when you want them to comply. So let's first talk about the more common wrist manipulation that you see. And I'm sorry, but you're going to have to donate your hands for that purpose. Okay, so the most common one that you would see is that famous S-shape or gooseneck situation. What you want to remember about this wrist manipulation is it's important that all the joints are going to be bent. Therefore, wrist is bent, elbow is bent, sorry, not straight, and wrist is bent and not straight. Once you're here, it's important that the forearm will stay parallel to the ground and there will be a squeeze between the two hands. Once the squeeze would apply, there will be rotation from my hands, so the direction will come to here. A wrist manipulation like this could be applied in many, many ways. For example, if Ravi grabbed my arm and I do not want to punch him for various reasons, all I can do is apply a manipulation to his wrist and come out of it in that direction. I can also apply this manipulation when he grabbed my shirt. Obviously, I'm afraid of a headbutt, so I right away going to protect myself. But from here, I can apply exactly the same wrist manipulation. How do you feel?
Fine, sir.